from below was from a man I used to know.
And she perpetually looks annoyed.
Well, you have plenty of reason to be annoyed. Let me set the scene real quick, and we'll introduce your characters in a little bit more detail in just half a second. So, both of you have very good reason to be annoyed because you both wake up strapped to a table. You appear to be on a medical table, like it's just a solid, flat piece of steel, and there are leather straps around your wrists, ankles, and torso. And it is freezing cold. It is so cold, you have to wonder if they didn't refrigerate the damn table just to make it more uncomfortable. One of the people you thought was dead is, in fact, moving. And you can see that they look like this as I post in chat. Lith, with cat-like flexibility, you just bend your thumb and pinky together to make your wrists so much smaller and angle your feet almost perfectly vertical. And in one fluid movement, just shoop, all four limbs come free of their straps.
I go check what is that, and I start poking at.
They appear to be a small child.
Right. Guess we're going to be babysitting now. Okay, fine. Whatever. Not the first time I've done this. I go to get them out.
They look really disoriented, and they pull their mask off their face. She smiles at you and she goes, I didn't know we were going on a road trip.
I didn't either.
Where are we going next? What are the sights? What are the attractions?
I'm not sure either. We're about to find out. Wanna find out with us?
One way or another. Come on, kid. We need to find a way off here.
Okay.
She goes and offers a piggyback ride to her.
She will take a running jump and just glomp onto your back, nearly knocking you over.
I'm a big, strong Goliath. I'm fine.
Good point. Good point. She goes, my name's Abraxas. You find basically a tray with a whole bunch of medical equipment. And over the scalpels and the needles and the knives and the bone saw.
I would take the bone saw and the rations.
The health sims could be interesting. Would I know what those are?
You have no idea how to operate this gun-shaped syringe. You can hear three sets of footsteps, marching in unison, almost military style. But even though they're marching in a very professional manner, they're talking very freely in the hallway, and they could say, ah, man, all the doctor's experiments keep dying. They got 3 fresh bodies on the table, so hopefully when he goes to cut them up, he'll have some success making more mind slaves.
Definitely not the first time somebody's tried to make me their slave. Please.
They tell a joke in a foreign language that you don't understand, and all 3 of them laugh, but the laughing is accompanied by this wet, disgusting slurping sound, almost like wet tubes rubbing against each other very quickly.
Okay, well, we shouldn't go after them because they could alert the rest of them. Right now, the approach is stealth.
You make it down the hallway and into a very, very large and expansive hallway full of very strange cells. They almost look like they're meant to contain something. Now, above these glass cells, you can also see that there are spheres, and these spheres appear to have creatures. There's a upper balcony. There's like a second level that you can see above you, and this has guards walking up and down it. They appear to be looking directly at these spheres, and you can see vague images of horrible creatures with singular blade-like claws scratching at the glass, and they appear to be monitoring the spheres and making sure they're not cutting their way out of these glass containment spheres.
Well, not the worst they've seen. We still need to be careful. We need to find some kind of control panel.
There is a panel in front of each of these cell doors that you can take a look at. You can go up the stairs to the second floor where the guards are, or you can go to Block B where the guards you just saw walked into.
Neither of those are particularly optimal. Rin, I'll defer to you on this one. What do you want to do?
I say we chase those guys. They knew what they were doing. She brandishes their huge bone saw. I think they got this.
All right then, nothing to lose but our lives. Let's go.
You can see someone inside of their cell before they run up to the glass and slam their face into the side of it, cracking the glass. You can see it looks like an ordinary human, but his face is sort of exploded and spewing out tentacles and claws and eyes and gaping mouths. He appears to be in agony, and he's slamming his head into the glass over and over. He puts his hands up to the glass and he says, "Kill me."
Not safe to let you out to do that, friend, I'm afraid. If we can find a way to kill you while you're still in there, we'll do what we can.
The monstrous side of him appears to be cracking the glass. You think if given enough time, it will get through.
Right, there has to be some sort of overall control panel with like a kill switch or something.
Every single cell does have a panel next to it full of very sci-fi-esque controls. You're welcome to run away, or you're welcome to mess with the panel and see if you can find something useful.
I guess I'm going to mess with the panel to see if I can figure out.
Can I try to break the glass?
You can certainly try to break the glass if you don't want to wait for Killian to figure the control panel out. That's fine, too.
17!
Depends on how you're trying to break the glass. Are you just punching it?
No, I'm taking the lower end of the saw and bashing it together.
This glass is almost completely shattered. It is a spider web of broken glass.
Stop that!
You have moments before this shatters. Killian, there are 3 buttons that are worth your time. There's the emergency alarm, the open button, and the poison gas exchange.
Poison gas!
Alright, since Lith has broken the glass somewhat, as you filter the poison gas, the gas starts to seep through the cracks, and as the creature inside starts to die, it all seeps through and starts coming your way. You feel yourselves choking on the poison gas that you have just deployed.
What did you just do?
I killed it while it was in there instead of letting it out.
Both of you are able to put like your collar over your mouth and like back away from this and like withstand the effects of this toxic gas. The child was not paying attention and is also 6 or 7 years old, so they immediately start coughing and gagging. Killian, you can hear the child vomit into her own mask, which she promptly takes off and throws on the floor. You can see her face is turning black and blue and veiny. She is not doing well. If you stay in this room a second longer, she's not going to make it.
Yeah, no, I don't care if we get caught. Moving on to out of the poison.
As you make your way through the gate, as the doors are closing behind you, you can hear the guards on the second floor all running downstairs to figure out what happened. They are all like shouting and running around. You've definitely caused a stir. They know something is wrong.
Okay, let's keep on running. Let's leave them to that mess now that they're gonna check it. Now this is our chance.
Yes, but we need to get the kid some help. I'm gonna take another look at one of those syringes that I picked up. I'm gonna take another look at it.
Absolutely. You notice that when you hold it in your hand, it very ergonomically forms to having 3 fingers on a grip and 1 finger on the trigger. And when you push ever so gently on the trigger, it moves the syringe and the plunger in the back. It's definitely going to dispense something.
Okay, I'm gonna stick it in the kid and inject.
As soon as it's inside, the horrible, horrible veins and black and blue coloring immediately fade away. She immediately, very loudly, starts bawling.
Not right now, okay? Yes, it's scary, but you need to be brave right now.
Jonico, you see that there appears to be a closet nearby, and this closet appears to be padded, and you're like, padding, soundproofing, yeet, and you just dive in. Lith, you are welcome to join.
She goes in as well and closes the door.
So as you grab and pull on this light string, you see that this room has a bed. It's got what appears to be comic books in a foreign language. It's got food. It's got all sorts of creature comforts.
Abraxas, is this your room?
Abraxas looks at you and goes, "Never seen this place before in my life. What's your plan?"
I think the plan is to go away as soon as the noise, the excess noise passed down, so they are still probably busy when it can run the other direction.
Yeah.
As you open this soundproof door, you see someone standing right in front of the door, gun in hand, and he appears to be hyperventilating severely. "This can't be happening! You can't be in there! That's my space!" And he raises his guns.
I'm going to try to hit the pressure point in the joint on the side of his neck, just hard enough to get him to collapse.
You just barely managed to nick the pressure point in the correct spot. It doesn't look like you physically took any damage. Not only do you think you hit the pressure point, the LEDs on his suit also cut off. You appear to have hit some sort of kill switch on both him and the suit. He drops like a stone.
Oh, fuck.
Now that you've hit the kill switch, his helmet comes off. He appears to be covered in lacerations. He's been sewn up multiple times. There's holes in his neck where he's been injected with syringes over and over and over again. Very clearly an experiment. He's been experimented on relentlessly.
No wonder why he lost his mind when he found us.
I sigh, but I start taking off his equipment to take with us, seeing if there's anything useful to take before we go and leave.
Good idea. While he is asleep, I'm just gonna sigh and snap his neck.
There's a very sickening crack as you twist his neck while he's unconscious. You see 5 tongues splurt out of his mouth and flop to the ground. You imagine that's the wet sloshing sound that you've been hearing this whole time. The armor does appear to be fitted for a average-sized adult human. The gun, being from a medieval fantasy world, you wouldn't necessarily know how it works, but he was pointing it at you, so it's obviously some type of weapon.
Actually, I'm a monk. I can do unarmed damage. This is probably a better idea to give it to Ren.
No, but it's a melee master. That's a bludgeoning weapon. She would use as a mace.
I will let you use it as an improvised great club.
Yeah, that sounds good.
You have initiated lockdown procedures, which means doors that were previously wide open are now closing, but they're not closing with a slam. They're slowly closing. So, Lith, as you're running away from the guards, you see this lockdown door sliding closed, and you manage to jump through the door before it closes. Giannico, it snaps closed right in front of your face. There are 3 guards behind you, and they raise their guns.
Okay.
Fuck, I'm not clever enough.
While you are panicking, trying to get into a fighting position with military drill efficiency, they just snap their guns from a low position to a ready position in an instant. The 3 of them go first and fire in unison 3 bolts.
Oh boy.
Don't you die on me, Killian.
My turn.
Yep.
Let's see. Well, I don't have any other weapons aside from my good old fists, so...
Alright, let's see it.
Alright, I'm gonna go towards the nearest one, and I'm actually going to try to grab them so that I can use them as a shield.
Absolutely.
I am grabbing their gun arm with one, and then I'm just doing like a bit of a chokehold with the other.
Can I count that Rain's yelling at them could distract them somehow?
Unfortunately, you're behind a blast door in lockdown. You're over by the stairs. You are free to walk up the stairs or hang out next to the battle.
But yes, no, I am controlling their gun hand while forcing them close to my body. Of course, they're back.
As you're grappling one of the men, the other 2 look at each other and they go, she's using a human shield. And you see them change a notch from 1 to 2. Piercing rounds activated. They point their weapons at their comrade who is begging at them not to shoot. They go, this is your only chance to surrender, intruder.
Oh, so I go like, okay, fine. Like I am going to surrender, but I'm going to grab the gun out of the man's hand.
Let's say that you're able to disarm him. He is going to immediately retreat behind his friends. You can see their pistols transform. They sort of flare out, and you can see steam rushing out the ends of them. They have clearly increased in power.
Oh boy. My main goal is just to be distraction enough so that the kid could do something.
All right. As you look, the child has been stuck behind you this entire time. She looks around. You can see she starts to panic, and her eyes start to glow. She steps in front of you, outstretches her hands, and claps them together. This massive thunder wave, this pressure wave, radiates out, hitting all 3 of them. They take full damage from this blast wave and are knocked prone. You can take this opportunity to try and mash the control panel and get out. You can attack them while they're down. It's up to you. You can try and run away in a different direction. What's your game plan here?
I'll just actually try to take away their weapons.
Okay.
First.
All right, you managed to take away their weapons.
I'll see if I can mimic what they did with theirs to make the weapon more powerful.
What's your class, by the way?
Monk.
As you pull the trigger, you hear a click, and you can see the HUD says, Warlock not detected. Eldritch Blast failed.
Fine, I just throw the freaking gun then.
All right, make a ranged attack. That'll be your dexterity. So the guy that you managed to restrain earlier, as you whip this gun at him, you hit him right between the eyes, he spurts blood, and he collapses to the ground, and he is completely unconscious.
Okay.
The other two raise their fists, and they move in. Crack! Crack! You get hit directly in the jaw twice. You're disoriented. You start bleeding from the mouth. This is not going well. What do you want to do?
You fools think that's a punch? Crack fingers.
Very menacing. Love to see it. With a quick strike to the face, you manage to knock one of them out unconscious completely. As you knock out one of the guards, there's only one still standing. Lith, you open the control panel. You are free to attack and jump in the combat if you would like.
Yeah, let's do that. I just straight out grab the club and jump at the guard.
You knock this guy out cold. You see blood spurt from his forehead as he just hits the ground like a stone.
Do you have enough of those syringes left?
Yeah, I'm gonna use one on myself.
Absolutely. You hear over the intercom, change weapons from energy save mode to piercing mode. Threats detected. Powerful threats. Kill on sight.
Fuck, we need to get out of here.
As you go up the stairs, it doesn't go all the way up to the next floor. Instead, there's a subfloor, and you can hear like cooking in pots and pans and stuff to your left, and you can hear screeching to your right. And then you can continue going up the stairs if you would like.
I guess I'll look at the screeching then.
All right, as you look at the screeching, you can see that there is a hallway that splits off into a T-section, and guards are rushing into both rooms and shooting.
Oh.
As you look into the kitchen, you can see a woman doing dishes. It appears to be a Warforged.
That's a cute image.
So you can go up and try to sneak past the guards. You can investigate what the hell is going on with the screeching, but you're going to have to make a move fast because people are right behind you on the
kitchen.
Let's go to the kitchen. We go into the kitchen. I go into the kitchen, Liz.
All right, the Warforged maid doesn't look directly at you, and she goes, hello, I'm just cleaning up. Feel free to grab yourself some snacks in the kitchen. We've got some string cheese, we've got some beef jerky, and I got these cute little cupcakes with kitty faces on them. You're welcome to them.
Whoa. Rin just starts grabbing a bunch of stuff. I'm stuffing her mouth.
Yeah, Killian does the same, and then Killian just gets an idea. So, we're actually playing hide and seek with the other guards right now. Do you have any good places that we can hide for the game?
The little one who is on the countertop pops her head up and goes, we're playing hide and seek? I know all the best hiding places.
Can you show us?
Yeah, we got cupboards and closets all over the kitchen. Come on.
Okay.
She opens up this massive food pantry, and within the food pantry, there are also like 4-foot tall cupboards that you can get inside. There are wine barrels that you can crawl into, all sorts of junk.
I'm going to see if there's an empty wine barrel because I doubt I could squeeze myself into a 4-foot cupboard.
All right, you crawl into this absolutely massive wine barrel. It's like 6 feet long, 4 feet wide. If you crouch down, you can absolutely close the lid down on yourself.
Yoink.
I get into one of the cupboards.
Abraxas and the little one will get into one of the upper cupboards. You will hear guards burst into the kitchen and be like, did you see anyone aggressive rush in here and attack the people? And the maid will go, well, no one aggressive. I just offered someone some cupcakes. And then they march through the kitchen into the room beyond her. After just about 5 minutes, everything appears to have calmed down.
I come out and ask the cook, so do you know where is my elephant? Where do you keep the animals in here? Where do we get out?
Out? Oh dear.
No.
Dearie me. There's no out. We're all trapped here. She turns around and looks at you and goes, I see you were successfully operated on. You look healthy. That'll change.
Well, we can worry about that later.
Oh, I see.
I'm surprised they didn't put you in a containment cell after putting the parasite inside of you.
The what?
Oh, yeah.
No, that's because we have already finished our process. Yes, we are just trying to figure things out around here.
She just looks over at Rin. Rule number 1 of lying is don't make it obvious.
You've already finished your process, have you? That's strange. You don't look it. Can I see your tongues? I'd like to see all 5
I
of them, please.
apologize for my friend. We haven't finished our process. She's still a little, delirious.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a stressful experience. Things slip by. It happens to the best of us.
Yeah.
Yes.
We'll just be on our way. Thank you so much for the treats.
Hey, before you go, can I ask you a question?
What is it?
You mentioned escape. I personally would never betray the almighty Thune, she says very loudly and awkwardly, and then she leans in and says, but if I were, I would cause a distraction, because there's some big nasty experiments that they like to keep cooped up that they're working on, and if someone were to release those beasts, I would cause a panic. Everyone would have to rush over there. Not that I'm advocating for anything of the sort. I would never betray the almighty Thune.
No. We are not gonna escape. We are gonna go traveling. We wanna see the sights.
Of course. But yes, of course, that totally wouldn't be something that we'd want you to do. Absolutely not.
And, hypothetically, of course, total hypothetical that we're not going to act upon ever. If we were escaping, I would also like to get the hell off the Mind Flayer ship.
Of course, I mean, after all, you would have hypothetically helped us, so we would hypothetically go along.
Yeah, absolutely. My name's Nana, by the way, and this little one here is Nono.
Thank you, Nana. Thank you, Nono. The treats were very delicious.
I'll never understand these people. But we will definitely get back. We need to get to exploring sometime. We can all ride on Tony.
There is a pathway to the Hero Slayer and one to the Flesh Flayer. One of them, the Hero Slayer, has a bunch of scientific diagrams. It's got references to armor. You can see strands of DNA. The other one looks a lot more arcane. There's sigils made in human blood. There are altars where people appear to have been sacrificed. It's all bloody and magical.
They didn't ever knew.
Well, let's release both of them.
You both want to go? Do you want to go your separate ways?
Yeah.
As you approach the Hero Slayer room, you can see there are a bunch of scientists milling about. Take some readings. They're looking at their charts, making sure the bubblers are bubbly enough. I don't know what scientists do. They take their readings and then they leave. You're free to enter the room. You can see the creature inside kneel down and look at you in the eyes, and without moving his mouth, he says, hello.
We're wanting to escape. We need a distraction. So how's the deal? We let you out of this, and you just do what you do best.
So what you're saying is you're trying to be a hero.
No.
Perhaps
I'm entirely self-serving here. I don't want to be here.
Not too fond of heroes and adventurers and rebels and the type.
Like,
Because if you were some sort of hero, some sort of adventurer, well, I'd be programmed to take you out as soon as I get out.
Nah, I'm just an old drunk who got sucked up onto this.
Interesting. And you can see his singular eye sort of narrows in on you like he's examining your intentions. He goes, to unlock the panel, hit the pin code button and enter 666.
And I do just that.
Ping, ping. You see the water level drain, the glass comes down, and he steps out. And he goes, if I thought you were lying, I'd kill you, but I believe you. And then he starts stomping out, and he goes, now, some of these people have annoyed me while I was in my chamber, so if you'll just excuse me for one moment. He takes a look at the room that the scientists were in, and you see 30-foot tentacles shoot out of his hand, pierce the door, and you hear screaming on the other side.
Well, apologies you had to see that, Abraxas. And we just go.
All right, Lith, you are making your way over to the Flesh Flayer. You come up to this horrible creature. You can see this creature is in what appears to be an airtight chamber. His one arm is spike-covered tentacles, which he is actively slamming against the glass. He is shrieking, making animalistic noises. You can see there are two robot arms with what appear to be laser weapons pointing directly at his head. And he is shrieking, incoherent, feral, animalistic. You are confident that as soon as this thing gets out, he's immediately going on. The creature inside slams his face and opens a singular eye, and he just starts drooling at you like, ah!
So I go she musters her courage and gets in front of him and tries talking to him like, do you want tasty treats?
He vomits on the glass. After vomiting on the glass, he starts licking it up.
Okay, I do not think any logic is going to convince this guy, and she goes back to trying to find something to eat at the glass or something of the sort.
As you open the door to this case, there's a very tiny, like smaller than a hammer device. It's got like a metal handle and then a tiny needle, and it says, in case of emergency, break glass.
Are you fucking kidding me? And she takes that and she decides to kind of just toss it at it.
So you're just gonna yeet the glass breaker at it? As you throw the glass breaker at it from 20 feet, which is the maximum range, the needle gently pricks the edge of the glass. There's a brief pause, and then the whole thing immediately explodes and shatters into glass. You can see the creature raise his tentacle and shoot it forward, and it goes right to the tip of your nose, 20 feet, and just tickles the tip of your nose with one of its tentacle spikes. You need to run now. Now, as this creature is charging after you, as you're on your way out the door, he flings a tentacle at you, which slams down right behind you. You can feel the wind of his tentacle blow your hair forward as he's charging after you with this spiked tentacle. You manage to get through the door, and he is right behind you. The entrance isn't big enough, so he makes it big enough. He just flexes and bends the metal corridor to make room. Bang, 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 bang. He's getting through. You need to move.
I don't even stop. We just keep running.
Yeah.
You meet up with Nana and Nono, and as you go up the stairs, the guards don't even register that you're there. They run right past you to go handle the threats that you just unleashed. Men, dozens upon dozens, rushing right past you without making eye contact. They're like, oh God, he's gonna destroy the ship. And he's like, look at all these heroic people trying to save the day. It's disgusting. Whoosh!
Right, no time to waste. Let's go.
I like this guy. As she's running by, she says, so how about some traveling? And I keep on running.
All right, as you're running, you encounter your elephant, Tony. He's currently tied up.
Yeah, I have that knife.
Just my wit.
That knife I got. Scalpel.
It'll take some doing with a scalpel. It'll take a moment, but you're able to cut Tony free. He trumpets in great cheer and lowers his head so you can pat him on the nose.
There. Home?
This is an elephant.
Nana will say, so there's a couple different directions we go, and what direction we pick and what decision we make is going to drastically change what happens from this point forward. We can investigate this and try to find more weapons and equipment, but that's going to take time, and the guards will come back.
No, we don't have that time.
We can attempt to go to the dropship. It's a separate, smaller spacecraft within this larger spacecraft that's got plenty of room for all of us, but it is under maintenance, and all of the experimental testing facilities with puzzles are between you and that dropship. We can, alternatively, go to the escape pods. They're tiny little one-man pods that are constantly on guard. Even when disasters occur, there are guards there that do not leave. So if you want to make a big fight, we can kill our way to the escape pods, get in these tiny little pods, and jettison ourselves in these tiny, hard-to-hit vehicles. Option 3, we can go straight to the command deck, fight the captain, and potentially take control of the entire ship.
Yeah, and between the escape pods are the captain. We could roll for that if you like.
Captain, my vote is captain.
Yeah, I'm between the two.
So you both are in agreement? You want to go kill the captain?
Well, I do.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan. Let's go.
Right.
Murder.
Oh yeah, we have an elephant with us.
Yes.
All right.
Let's not ignore the elephant in the room.
Absolutely. As you go up, Nana says, look, I am not a fighter. I'm a cook. You're going to go up against Thune. You need to be ready for an absolute boss battle. Are you prepared?
As prepared as I'll ever be. Knuckle cracks.
She shrugs. She shrugs off and goes, it's fighting.
As you enter the room, you see this massive 8-foot-tall mind flayer with massive pectoral muscles, biceps bigger than his head, rippling abs, chains all over his outfit, a tattered shirt, and the head of another mind flayer in his hands. freshly murdered. And he goes, "That's what happens when you disobey me." And you see the guards cower in fear and scatter. And he goes, "Worthless! Worthless!"
Oh, you mean you? I didn't know you were talking about yourself, dude.
This is the most jacked mind flayer I have ever seen. Jacked mind flayer I have ever seen.
Oh yeah, he's intense. He turns around you. "I don't recognize you. Who the hell are you?"
Do you really need to know? We are your doom. That's how you need to know.
"This is the
Well,
last
at the
guy who
very
said he
least,
was
we'll
going
put
to
up an
spell my
entertaining-
doom." And he throws the head of the mind flayer at your feet.
I'm excited to know if I can eat.
Will be an entertaining fight at the very least. Killian says, cracking her knuckles and rolling her neck, cracking her neck as well.
"Really? You want to fight me? And you didn't even bother getting the weapons from the weapons closet?
I don't need them.
You're
We have all
pathetic.
the weapons we need.
Is that so? And by the way, you're still riding your elephant, right?
Yeah.
So, first in initiative, we have Lith. You were on top of your elephant. What would you like to do?
I just rush towards him with the elephant and attempt to bash at his head.
The only reason you're able to bash his head on the back of a massive elephant is because Thune is just so friggin' tall. So as you do this low golfing swing with your detached robot arm as a great club, go ahead and roll for hit. It's like jousting.
Take that, you fucking buffoon!
It's like jousting for barbarians as you charge on your war animal, smash him in the face with a great club, and just blah. You can see as you smash him directly in the face, his head tilts slightly on impact. He does not budge. He stays firmly planted. As the elephant, it rears up on its hind legs, aims its tusks straight down, and boom! Right in the chest, right between the pectorals. The whole ship shakes with impact as an elephant, boom! Right in his chest. It gets like an inch deep. There's a small trickle of blood. He looks at you and goes, "Ow."
What's with this, dude?
You watch as Thune grabs the elephant by the trunk and starts spinning. The elephant and Lith lift off from the ground and start spinning. He then throws the elephant.
Oh shit.
Ow! Don't you hurt Tony?
You jump off of Tony. Not only do you take half damage, you take 0 damage. You land in the 3-point stance. Lith, you are standing. Tony is currently prone. You are both 30 feet away from Thune.
You were gonna die for having hurt Tony, you sloppy mess of a creature.
I'm a sloppy mess of a creature, and you have that thing with you. Oh, it's gonna be so much fun killing you.
Flurry of blows. Open hand technique.
As you hit him with 2 strikes, you palm strike him in the chest, and he goes 15 feet back. And as he's sliding backwards, he looks you in the eye and puts his hands behind his back while sliding, just to show off, just to be smug. And he looks down, and there's a bruise forming on his chest. Ow.
Told you I didn't need weapons.
It's been a while since I've had a good fight. Ah!
Rin is also smiling maniacally. She's just happy. She's just like, yes, me too, let's go.
Lith, it's your turn. What would you like to do? Thune just got pushed 15 feet back.
I'm actually going to hit him twice.
You're hitting him with the robot arm, right?
The rifle we got.
So as you take the rifle and you swing once, he just sort of leans slightly to one side. You swing again, he leans slightly to the other. And he just looks at you and goes, I'm a pretty big target. How did you miss? I'm having so much fun. People usually die in one hit.
I know.
I guess I'll just have to hit harder then. He can use his charging gore attack if you would like him to.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and use that.
All right, trampling charge. If the attack hits, he gets knocked over. Nice! Roll damage. That's 55 points of damage he's taken so far. This dude, who's been big and beefy and tough, not even moving, as this elephant comes sprinting from 15 feet away, impales him through the torso, lifts him off the ground, and slams him to the ground. And he goes, and for the first time, he's actually properly bleeding. Blood spurts out of his mouth as he's writhing in agony on the ground. This is the first time he's shown that he is in pain. and it took a fucking elephant to do it. If you want to shit talk him, now was the perfect time while he's on the ground and impaled.
Haha, not so tough now, eh? You, what would you like to be seasoned? Do you have a preference for spices?
I'm pretty sure it's not a good idea to eat a mind flayer.
I've eaten worse. You know, with the right seasonings and preparation, he'll be delicious.
It is now Abraxas' turn, and she goes, okay, no holding back. It's time to show you what a bard can actually do. And you see wind come from nowhere. Her baggy onesie starts getting blown in the wind. Hair starts blowing in the wind. And she starts whispering in a language you don't understand. Violet, almost pinkish energy shoot from her hand. And it sort of ribbons out and pierces him in the head. Unfortunately, he is a mind flayer, so we'll see how well that goes. She tries to do something cool, and it totally fails. You see Thune, even though he's in pain from the elephant charge, looks at Abraxas and goes, you know, you can leave. You're not helping. Abraxas, she just sort of slumps, and she's like, I'm out of spells anyway, and she, walks away. After being knocked prone, the elephant can make a stomp attack as a bonus action, which we did not do. So before we make it Thune's turn and give him the opportunity to get up, make a stomp attack. While he is immediately after shit-talking poor little Abraxas, your elephant raises one of its massive feet, pulls out its goring horn, and just stomps him on the chest. His lungs collapse, and he goes, you can hear his ribs absolutely crunch. He looks like he is nearly dead. But as the elephant lifts his foot, he struggles to his feet. He takes a big, deep breath. His broken ribs sort of pop back into place as he inflates his chest. And he goes, you know, I thought I could do this barehanded, but I'm gonna need some help. And he holds out his hand, and as a bonus action, summons an axe. But not just any old axe. Now, this one is a little bit special.
Oh boy.
And he goes, this elephant is really pissing me off! And he raises his axe and swings it at the elephant.
You don't make fun of Tony. Your meat is already so nice and tenderized because of him.
As you see, one of the syringes in the head of the axe closes as it injects this mysterious glowing cyan liquid into the axe blade. So that's 2d12? Holy shit. Oh my god.
Tony's a tough buddy.
Tony has been thrown into a wall and hit with a magic axe and has only taken 12 damage.
I knew this elephant was lucky. I'm glad to have spent all my life savings on him.
We're not done yet with this axe. So the axe does not do a ton of physical damage, but once it bites in, you can see this magical energy course into the elephant. Its eyes glow this violet pinkish color, and you can see he just looks slightly more withered. He takes 1 level of exhaustion.
Oh dear. Killian's just gonna take a breath, charge at him, and I'm not using the key points for anything else, so another flurry of blows.
Absolutely, let's do it. As you strike him right in his broken ribs, they crunch all over again, and you can see his face just contort in agony, and he coughs up more blood. So if you want to command your elephant to do another charge attack, you could.
Then let's go. I'm not sure. I'm gonna go try to finish him myself first. Yeah.
Okay, run over and try and finish him off.
Yes.
Would you like to describe to us how you finish him off?
I just put my feet on top of his dying crumbled ribs and just take the end of the rifle that I'm using as a weapon, hold it with my 2 hands and just bash it at his head.
All right, Jen, you see as Rin takes a rifle by the barrel. This is a long-range weapon, by the way, and just boom, 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 like an absolute primate, and caves his skull in with the butt of a laser rifle. You see his head absolutely explode, brain, blood, skull, bone bits everywhere. It's an absolute mess on the floor. Absolute brutality. As the guards come out of hiding, and they see that you have completely brutalized their captain with a melee attack, by the way, a strength-based melee attack against a guy who's stronger than a fucking elephant. I'm not going to make you roll for intimidation like I was planning. They all get on their knees. They look at you and go, "What are your orders, my captain?"
Traveling! Let's go exploring! Let's get some fun to this place!
Also, quick question. What do you want us to do about the monsters downstairs that you released?
Jettison them if possible.
All right.
I mean...
they open up the doors to the cargo bay and just jettison everything. The 2 monsters you released fly out into space, and they go, "All of our supplies were with that, so we're going to have to go and get more."
That should be doable, yes. Let's do that.
So what exactly...
Which fun planets are there out there to explore?
Well, there's this strange planet that's nearby. I believe it's pronounced Earth.
That sounds fun.
We've detected satellite feeds, but when we observe them, there's no sign of intelligent life on Earth.
Cool.
Still, that's a curious name.
Yeah.
I'll take that. If there's food, who cares?
Well,
Cool. Get
judging
us
by
up
their
to date on-
programming, they do have many food items, some of which look edible. They have, they do have something that does appear to be poisonous. They call it the heart attack cheeseburger. I would not eat it. It's definitely poisonous.
Put together a crash course on how to use your technology, please.
Will do. So you all take control of the trip and go on many space adventures. Is there anything you want to say or do for your epilogue?
No, for me, no. Ren is just sat there, looking smug and crossing her arms.
I'm not exactly sure what would be a good, appropriate epilogue for Killian.
I mean, you're co-captain of the ship now. You did murder the previous captain with a melee strength-based attack, by the way.
Yeah. I guess combining that with taking care of Braxis, she probably kicked her alcoholism. Became the one that people know is really in charge.
All right. Well, this was fun. I'm glad you guys made it out.
Yeah, this is a lot of fun. I was so hyped to play this character.
Yeah, no, this was fun. Yeah, I agree.
I still can't believe the elephant took 12 fucking damage. I'm so mad at the dice.
Only 12 damage.
You realize you did 90 damage as level 3 characters.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Alrighty, see ya.
Thanks so much for organizing this for us.
Absolutely. Bye, guys.